In this video, I would like to introduce you to an amazing photographer in London. Even if you're not in London, you can watch it and get inspired because I'm going to be sharing amazing work, the photography and the styling that we created with him together. Before the photography session, I always come up with the styling, with what vibe I'm going for. And these shots that you're about to see, I'm always using them either for flyers, for social media post promotion, or for visualization of a choreography that's coming up. There is always a purpose rather than just taking pictures for fun and having like a whole bunch of pictures that will be posted on their own. I always use them for something, so there is always a reason behind each picture. So the first shot I would like to share with you is the red, bold, playful and a little bit flirtatious with a bit of pop art aesthetic shot. So the music you hear in the background with the shot is exactly how I see and how I hear this image and what choreography I feel like would suit the best to this visual. I wanted to go for contrast, and of course the heart-shaped red leather bodysuit, it screams. It doesn't just shout and, you know, it's not loud, it's screaming. I wanted to do something different, and that's why we decided to go for this kind of vibe. You can see the examples next. I'll just quickly include the flyers that I've done with it, and also like the composition of the shots. I always choose something interesting so it can be interesting to look at, interesting to read. I always think ahead, like where the text goes, so there's always a reason behind when I'm choosing. Out of 300 pictures, I'm choosing like 3. Yeah, I did get a feedback on that one that it can be on the cover of those telephone adverts where it's promoting something super vulgar, but I guess yes, you're on thin ice when you're doing this sort of vibe, this style, and it's photography. You have to have a good feeling, a good taste where you don't cross that line so it doesn't become too much. When it comes to working with Leonardo, he's not just taking pictures of you, he's also helping. So the next one. The next vibe is mysterious and hypnotizing. Here we have legs wrapped around, just almost like snakes, and also like the eye contact. I love this sort of aesthetics. We try to go for that vibe there. The black leather and the cherry on top is like that cherry earring that you see. Why I wanted to add there the cherry is because I wanted to do some sort of interesting detail, and in the moment I felt like it was right. I don't know if it worked, you can tell me if that worked or not, but I felt like it was a very good addition, like a cherry on top. Choreography that would work for this sort of style, it would have to be very different, a little bit maybe weird, a bit exotic. So the music would be chosen, of course, not typical, experimental maybe. Next part is we have dramatic and artistic vibe. Autistic. Leonardo actually helped me a lot. We tried to emphasize the form. Leonardo really helped me to find like the shapes and experiment with movement, so it looks really interesting and different. I also wanted to use the wet look, so we did the wet hair, we sprayed water all over where it can give that reflection and show that it's wet. The style is contemporary and avant-garde. The outfit I chose is something that would reflect the drama, but at the same time minimalistic. I chose soft and delicate textures with a bit of asymmetric neck that would give you like a little detail of the clavicle, as well as shapes. There is also shape in the outfit, in the bodysuit. And of course, an addition is just nude heels. There is not too much distraction. We experimented with the wet look specifically for me to create a flyer for a video shoot that I was organizing, and the name was Rainfall. So Rainfall, very dramatic, extraordinary, artistic. We wanted to go for something almost editorial. The next one is very different. Soft, sensual, very artistic. Complete contrast to everything you've seen.
Every touch, please just look me in the eyes and tell me this is too much.
In terms of styling, I chose light color palette with neutral tones. There is white lace on top of black top, so layering in a way. And to give it an authentic feel and a bit of dynamics, we added, well, not just the curls in the hair, but also Leonardo added the fan to create this amazing effect. I specifically saw this look for 2 choreographies, and the names will speak for themselves. You'll understand exactly why we went for this sort of styling and for this like soft lighting, like soft everything. First choreography, the first song name is Angels in Tibet, angelic vibe, right? And then the second one is Sweet Dreams. And of course, the music that you hear with the picture is exactly how I see the visual, how I hear the image. The next one is a bit conceptual, artistic, and maybe edgy. Here we were experimenting a lot. It was more of a freestyle rather than a planned set of poses. So we went for asymmetric form and interesting posing where we had to like look for the shot. The idea was for the audience to look at it and like think like, oh, can the body really do this? Like how can like your body face that way but you're being turned this way? Honestly, for it to be ideal, I'd want that elbow not to be facing directly but to be to the side. So you can see the triangle shape. We did have a shot like that, but the face wasn't ideal there, so I chose this one over. This was the result, and we did want something conceptual, something different, asymmetric. An idea for this choreography that I have that will reflect this sort of vibe will be non-commercial music, of course. It will be something different. I wouldn't say animalistic, but it will be like a very strong piece with lots of details, like isolations. If you know what I'm talking about, like in dance that you see lots of isolations, that's what I particularly see this visual as, using interesting shapes. And last but not least, arguably my favorite one, at least in my head, I was imagining it like one of the, like it was the one. So confident and edgy.
I'm everything you wanna be.
The idea that we went for here, and it reflects in the outfit, is I wanted to convey confidence, sophistication, elegance with a touch of playfulness. So all of these things combined, and that's the result that you're seeing on the screen right now. I can see almost that this is a visual for a choreography that would come with a sense of authority. So still, it's very soft, very feminine, but with a sense of authority. When I chose the look, honestly, I wanted to go on purpose for this coffee look. I didn't want it to be black. I didn't want it to be more like office kind of vibe. I went for an interesting texture and an interesting color. So coffee, leather, red head, and paired with office glasses. Of course, it speaks for itself. Like that combination on a thin line. You can like just a little bit more and it will be vulgar. Like it can be, again, on the cover of one of those telephone adverts. Like you're on a thin line here, you're on thin ice. I wanted them to be completely different, like very contrast outfits, conveying different emotions and different styles, of course. These are the results. This is exactly what me and Leonardo have been working on. He's an amazing self-employed photographer. I haven't been paid for this. This is a non-paid advert. This is my genuine recommendation. I've been working with him for more than 2 years, I think. I met him actually in the gym. He was doing a photography shoot for someone else. And since then, we started collaborating. I was asking him to be my videographer in dance classes. And then I saw his work and it was extremely good. And I needed an update in my portfolio. I wanted to have good quality content on my Instagram, on my other socials. And I thought, I want to create flyers. I want to be on the next level where I want my work to be standing out. So instead of just doing basics, like all the basic poses, I thought like if I collaborate with Leonardo, we can come up with something incredible. So these are the 6 incredible shots that you're looking at. There is one more actually, you know, with the wet hair actually, with the wet hair look, we tried to make it a bit warm as well. So Leonardo changed a bit of the lighting and we did a close-up shot. So this is what you're seeing right now. Never thought I could fly for her like this. I personally like it and it gives it a slightly different vibe to the first, like almost editorial full body shot where I use it specifically for a flyer. The second one, this particular close-up one, I can use it for other purposes. I still love it a lot. So experimenting, having the same look, same style, but different lighting, it can give you different results. So if you need a photo shoot, if you wanted one but you couldn't find a good photographer, I'm going to leave Leonardo's screen recording of his website. I'm going to move slightly to the side so you can see his website. Also his Instagram. He has a studio in London, so it's his own studio shared with another photographer, where you can just feel comfortable. He makes you feel so comfortable, so relaxed, where you don't feel stressed at all. So that's the results. Let me know what you think. Maybe comment what your favorite one was. If you like this video, you will like next video. So if you click on it, you'll see a whole playlist of my vlogs in London. I'll see you in the next video.